There is something that a narcissist does after you leave that at first shocks most people when they learn this. And if you have ever wondered whether they are grieving you, missing you, or thinking about you at all, this will make things suddenly very clear. Because what they feel is not grief the way you feel it, and what they do afterwards can be confusing if you do not understand what you are looking for. My name's Brandon. I've helped thousands of people recover from narcissistic abuse, and over 600,000 people follow my daily insights over on Instagram. I'm not here to ask anything of you. If this brings clarity to something you have been replaying in your mind, liking the video simply tells me to keep doing the work I'm doing. Now let's talk about what actually happens after you leave them. When you walk away from a narcissist, especially quietly, the first thing that often happens is not sadness. It's a control check-in. They check your social media, they ask mutual contacts about you, they replay conversations in their head, not to understand you, but to see where they lost your influence. This is not love. This is simply a loss of access. Then comes the performance. They appear fine, sometimes better than fine. They look happy. They post more online. They move on quickly or suddenly seem deeply fulfilled. And this is the part that hurts people the most. You think, did I ever matter? But the thing is, here is the truth. Narcissists do not grieve people. They grieve supply. They do not miss who you were. They miss what you gave them. You gave them attention, stability, emotional regulation, a sense of identity. When that disappears, something unsettles them. And this is where their behaviour starts to shift. And what they do next is they test you. They send a message that feels casual. They resurface with nostalgia. They manufacture a crisis of need. They poke to see if you still respond the same way. Not because they want reconciliation, but because they want confirmation that they still matter to you. If you respond emotionally, the grief pauses. If you explain yourself, the loss softens. If you react, they feel anchored again. When you do not, the grief begins. But it does not look like tears. It looks like relentlessness. It looks like distraction. It looks like sudden new relationships. It looks like rewriting the story to protect their own ego. And here is what is important for you. Their grief does not mean you should go back. Their grief does not mean that they have changed. Their grief does not mean you were not enough. It means they are sitting with the consequence of losing someone they can no longer control. And the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Not out of punishment, not out of spite, but because your healing requires distance from them. When you stop monitoring them, when you stop interpreting their behaviour, when you stop needing to know what they are feeling, that is when the attachment begins to break. Because their grief depends on your attention. And when the attention is gone, the chapter ends. It's over.